Uh, uh, uh.
You good?
Yeah, yeah. That was not meant to come out verbally.
What's happening, y'all? What's going on? I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. I am here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Waze, and this is the WayzVerse, the place where we put together lists that we invite you to compete with or just be a part of. So I don't know what tonight's list is. I didn't write down anything. So hopefully I can come up with some good answers. But in the meantime, in between time, let's bring in the crew. What's going on, Big Ed and Waze?
What up? What up?
But
What's happening? What's happening? I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I do want to say this. Let's do a toast to it. Yo, toast going out to all the people out there that's having birthdays today. Happy birthday to you.
Cheers. Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Ooh-ah.
Ooh.
Ah. Smell like raspberry, taste like vodka.
Ooh.
Mm.
You cannot be a pussy with the douce.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Waze, what's the list tonight, man?
This should be interesting. It is our top 10 forgotten heroes of hip hop. So,
Forgotten heroes of hip hop. Okay.
yes. So
What do you mean by that?
at one point earlier in their career had that notoriety, had that attention, and then it kind of the notoriety and attention faded away, but they never did.
Okay. That's interesting. That is interesting. Now,
Man, they blowing that chat up.
yeah, and I'm about to turned off my sound on my phone.
I ain't gonna lie, I just set my phone on a blanket. I got it on vibrate.
Yeah, I just put mine on vibrate too.
Uh, Another thing I'd like to add to the what the list is about, I also would put in they had some kind of impact on hip hop at any point.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Um. Well, you know what? I wish I would have. I wish I would have started this list earlier because I literally am writing my list as we speak. Forgotten heroes of hip hop. You know what's the shame, folks, is that he tell us the week before, so I have a whole week to do this, and I always do my list right as we doing the show because.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
What we expected from you, Big
I'm not gonna.
Hey, but I got a good list.
I got my stuff put together right before I went to work this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So the host of the show
I'm doing mine right now.
I
did
had to
his
do
at the last minute.
I had to do my research.
And I'm having a struggle with this right now. Actually, this would take this list. This is a tough list, man. This should take some time. I'm having a little bit of a struggle getting past number 3,
Oh wow.
and I don't feel good about one. Cause see, I guess forgotten heroes. It's tough to call because, oh, I got one. Okay, because part of me is thinking one-hit wonders, right?
Yep.
Which is not necessarily what it is. So
No.
and they don't not necessarily heroes. They just guys that had a big hit, and
Or within the rap community has a big name, but on a wider scale, not many know about.
what was this dude's name? His name was, I think it was. I'm gonna say this is what it was, even if it wasn't. Y'all probably don't remember him anyway. Oh, I got a great one. It is for a different reason. Oh my God, that's a great one. Uh, damn, who else? I think that was his name, and I'm thinking I got his name wrong. Shit. I got 6 of them right now, but this last one, I think I got his name wrong.
Okay.
Well, we can start to go through them, and you'll probably think of some while we're going.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay.
So I'll start it off then.
All right.
I'm going to start from the top of my list and work my way down because they're not in any kind of order. As you see, folks, I'm writing it now. So I'm going with Cool C.
Ooh.
Cool C was a one-hit wonder who had a song called "The Glamorous Life." It goes, "Woo-hoo, you got it, the glamorous life," bang and cut, and he went to jail before the song really took a flight. So he never got to enjoy the fruits of his labor and never got to come out with another song. As far as I know, he's still in prison because he went in for murder or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was done. This song was released and it became a humongous hit. And that was that. So, Cool C.
All right. My number one, my number 10, I'm gonna go with Cannabis.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I Bus?
Yep. The reason I go with him because he was good until he hit LL.
And quite frankly, and you know I'm an LL fan, he actually won that battle against LL, actually.
But public perception is that LL won it. In the hip hop community, for heads, I say for heads, they'll say that Cannabis won.
I'm going to disagree.
But for mainstream hip hop, I mean,
I'm going to disagree with you because even on Rock the Bells Radio, which is LL Cool J's station,
mm-hmm.
he won't play the song he made about cannabis, but he will play the song "Can I Bus," which is the song Cannabis.
Right.
And that's on his own radio station. So
Carlton's calling into the group.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I see. I can't deal with it. No, we can't do it, Carlton. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna have to get back to him.
Yeah.
Ways?
My number 10 is Black Star.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that is a good one. That really is a good one. Now, wasn't Black Star, was that like Most Def or something like that?
Most Def and Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
Yeah, Most Def and
Yep.
Talib Kweli. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's a great one. This one is. I should probably save it because this is like the best one on my list so far. I still got 3 more to go. I only got 7. I got 3 more to go. This is a big one. Cool Mo D.
Oh,
You took one of my honorable mentions.
yes.
Yeah.
6 weeks later, go see the doctor. That's another one who ran into LL.
He was actually kicking LL ass for a while and had the whole hip hop community on teaming up against LL, and then LL dropped the Break of Dawn and that shit. All their careers.
OG, there's a common thread between our first 2 picks.
Okay.
All 4 of them ran into LL. Next one is Razzcast.
Cool C didn't run into LL.
Oh no, never mind.
But there's a common thread between my first 2. They both had cool in their name.
Well, between 3 of our picks, my number 9 is Razzcast.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My number 9 is Biz Markie.
Is he really a forgotten hero of hip hop though?
Yeah, I don't think he's forgotten, but I guess I would ask. I would ask your reasoning.
For me, when the way I've looked at this is Biz, he'll get to the spotlight again like every decade. Well, everyone would remember him, and then he fizzles again.
Okay, I guess I think I
And
don't
it wasn't. It wasn't
think
because
it's
of newest.
forgotten. But if there was like I
I
guess I would.
consider him more of a legend of hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. But I think if it was a case where I felt like if there was a reason why you put him there that I don't really associate with him, then I would say yes. Even if he's not forgotten, you kind of forgot why he is what he is. I would get that. I don't know if I'll go with Beers though. I think Beers is not really forgotten.
Right.
Uh, but that's your list though. So it's
Yep.
up to the people. People, you decide. Should we kick Ways? Should we fuck up Ways list? Should we say fuck his list or what? Let's see here.
Number 8.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got Juvenile.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
At the time, he was actually the hottest thing on Cash Money.
yeah.
Not Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
It was the hottest thing on radio.
Yeah.
Period.
Back that ass up, huh?
Come on, man. There was nothing like it. He's coming to concert on DeJohn's birthday. They're doing a hip hop comedy show, and Juvenile is headlining. And guess who the comedian that's headlining? Would be my homeboy Tony Roberts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So
I actually just found out Tony Roberts is actually going to be here on for Mother's Day.
oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
You want to go see him?
I'm gonna try to.
You will not be disappointed.
Okay, it's him and Corey Holcomb
Oh, come
and a
on.
couple other people.
It's gonna be a great show.
That's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be an awesome
Tell you
show.
what, Tony Roberts is gonna be the funniest motherfucker you've.
I think Carlos Miller's on that one too.
Yeah. Tony
Is that the Orpheum?
Tony will be the funniest guy you've seen, you've ever seen. You're gonna
Okay.
see the funniest dude I've ever seen.
Okay. My number 8.
And if you go after the show, make sure you after the show go up and introduce yourself and tell him you know Squirrel. Tell him
Okay.
you know me.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell him and yeah, watch how much love you get.
Okay. My number 8, OG. You might not agree with this one. You might not think he's an unsung hero, but I do, because he wasn't the star of the group. Fife Dog.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. I absolutely agree. He wasn't the star, and that I think that's what makes him the unsung hero. That he wasn't the star of the group, and he kind of gets lost in the sauce. But he was actually a better rapper than Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Q-Tip had the voice.
I heard that he actually wrote a few of Q-Tip's rhymes
Q-Tip
for
had
a few
the voice.
songs.
Yeah, Tip had the voice, but that made him memorable, and that was popular. But Fife had the rhymes. When it comes down to the lyric, he was far more. He was lyric more. Shit.
Man, you didn't put him on your list?
Watch the birdie. Your style is incomplete like Vinny Testaverde.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's my guy.
But yeah, I love Fife.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My number 8. I got Bun B.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let that go because
Pimp C was the better one. I can actually see that, because Pimp C was actually the better one in the group, but he did help bring in that Southern sound.
Mm-hmm.
which almost gave me my last one. I need one more. I was almost there.
I got a question for you guys here.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What's that?
What rappers from within the last couple of decades, so from 2010 to now, do you think would thrive in the 80s or 90s?
Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
J. Cole would be my guy.
Yeah.
I would see J. Cole in the 90s. I think J. Cole would actually be bigger in the 90s than he is now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because things were more lyrical back then.
Yeah.
And they're not as lyrical now.
But I think not, I won't say that. I think they appreciated his style a lot more
Okay.
in the '90s. They appreciated it. They're still lyrical. They're just different. You know, now they got this new style that everybody sounds alike, and if you can put your lyrics in that rhythm, you can have a hit record. Whereas in the '90s, it was more about, can you do something that nobody else is doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know,
Can you carve your own lane?
Can you do something that nobody else is doing and really, or even if you sound like somebody, can you really say something that nobody else is hearing? So yeah. Oh, I know somebody that blew up in the '90s.
Who?
I know somebody that would have
Don't say Drake.
exploded in the '90s.
Don't say Drake.
Well, Drake too, but Coast Contra.
Oh man.
Man.
Oh man. They
Oh,
would have gave Wu-Tang a run for their money.
that would have been dope.
Coast Contra would have exploded.
Oh. Yeah, they would have.
I got one that would have. He would definitely late '90s be blowing up because he would be the absolute contrast to Eminem, and that'd be Logic.
There's somebody else I see before Logic, and he's actually blowing up right now too.
Jack Harlow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the easy answer.
Man, I heard that song you was talking about today. Oh my God,
The guy's incredible, bro.
man.
Yeah, he's incredible, man. He is. Jack Harlow is. I'm going to agree with that one too.
He
I
would
know,
have been the first.
I know it's an easy answer, but sometimes the easy answer is the right answer.
He would have been the first. He would have been the first white boy signed to Death Row.
Who? Logic?
No, Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow?
Actually, that's Ed
I don't-
Sheeran.
Exactly. If Jack Harlow went out there in the '90s, he would have been the first white boy signed to Death Row.
I don't see that. I don't see that. He ain't no Death Row is a whole different ball game back then. When Suge was running it, shit.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe with Snoop running it.
Yeah. With Snoop guys, Snoop is friendly. Is a friendly.
Yeah, he gave Ed Sheeran a Death Row chain.
Suge wasn't no fucking friendly dude. Suge was all gangster.
Remember, he held Vanilla Ice off the fucking balcony by his ankles.
That was confirmed by both parties,
Yeah, exactly.
and no charges still came about it. That's the crazy part about it. All right, let's move on to number 7.
Number 7.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, another one of my honorable mentions.
Group that started it all, man, for the most part, as we know it. They started it all as we know it. They didn't start it all. Now, I don't know if I think I told y'all that Big Bank Hank picked up at a barbershop or something, and he did
A pizza shop.
And he wasn't a rapper. He stole. There was a guy named Casanova in New York that used to do this rhyme, and it was so super popular. And he learned the whole thing, and he did Casanova's rap.
Yep.
That's why he says he's the Casanova in the rhyme. He calls himself Casanova in the rhyme, and it's funny on the song he calls himself Casanova, but everybody, but it blew up.
Yeah.
I learned that from the culture station, Rock the Bells.
My number 7, Devin the Dude.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm with that.
okay.
I'm with that.
My number 7 is Warren G.
One hit.
No, he had a couple of them, but yeah, no, I'm gonna agree with that one. He had a couple of hits.
Okay.
He had a couple of them.
The only one I ever remember was Regulate. Was Regulator.
That's the one everybody knows now. When he was out, he had and this DJ is one.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
He had a couple of hits. He had a few hits. Okay, no, that's not a bad one actually, because everybody from that remembers Nate Dogg and not Warren G.
Yeah,
really get no love. But there would be no, and another thing, there would be no Snoop Dogg if it wasn't for Warren G.
Nope.
Exactly.
Is there any truth to the rumor that him and Dre are actually brothers?
That's what I remember.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what I remember. I don't know that it's ever been confirmed or unconfirmed, but that used to be what they said back then, and that's how I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they always said, that him and Dre were brothers, and that's how Warren G was able to get Snoop in front of Dre.
Okay,
Okay.
that's dope.
Yeah. Here's one y'all might not know. Another cool. I got another cool.
Oh shit.
Cool Joe Ski.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know him.
that one.
Y'all know the song though. It's the Pee Wee Herman Willis Jam Sensation. His good nut nation. So come everybody rock with Joe Ski as I do this new dance called the Pee Wee.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn, I just changed my. Oh, that's who it was. I'm changing my number 6 pick right now
Okay.
because you just reminded me of one. Daz Dillinger.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's
The reason
actually
that just popped in my head is because we started talking about Death Row, and I just read a story recently that Dre is actually not the producer on Doggy Style. Daz produced the album,
Dre was the supervising producer.
but they gave the story I read says that Daz was the producer, and him and Dre worked out a deal for Dre to take the credits.
Well, Dre's credit as on that album is supervising producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. It was some other guys producing too, but his credit on that album is supervising producer.
Okay.
Things so in other words, everything had to go through Dre before it got stamped with approval.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, trust me, if Dad was that dope of a producer, he wouldn't have fell off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that the story says that, and this comes from Suge and a couple other people from Death Row.
I don't believe Chuck.
So,
But I will say this though: after Dre left, and the Dog Pound did an album, it was pretty dope. It had some dope beats on it. That was a pretty dope album.
yeah.
And you know, a lot.
And wasn't that produced by both Daz and Corrupto?
I don't remember who produced it. But it was
Okay.
Probably had an assortment of producers. I don't remember who produced it, but that was a dope album. Though.
Yeah.
Dog Pound album was actually pretty dope. That's a lost album.
Yeah.
Well, it's back out there now. He done brought Snoop done brought them all back to streaming services.
Yeah, I mean it's out there, but it's a lost album as far as people talk about.
Oh yeah.
The album. Nobody remember that one. That was a good album. That got lost in the sauce.
Talk about lost in the sauce. My number 6. MC Light.
Oh, is she really forgotten?
No. Especially because she's the MC for BET now.
Now.
I mean, she's not making records, but she's still out there. People still know who she is. Because she does the hip hop awards. She does the hip hop awards. She does the BET awards.
Yeah,
she does the NAACP awards.
But she wasn't doing it 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And that's why she is on my list.
But if you ask,
I don't agree, guys. If we want to throw another one off of Waze's list into the trash,
yeah, that's MC Light. That's MC Light.
Yeah, I'm not with that one. I'm not with that one. MC Light is not forgotten.
Roughneck still rocks a party today.
Not only that, when people talk about greatest female MCs, MC Light's name always come up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her name was. I don't.
If not in the top 3, it's in the top 5.
Yeah, I don't think she's forgotten. Yeah. So far, it's two names that I had on my list that he had in his honorable mentions. That he should have had to replace the 2 names he need to take off his list.
Well, I got more than that.
They should have replaced MC Light and Biz Markie.
All right, we're on number 5 now, right?
Correct.
I don't know because I'm going the other way. I'm going down. I'm going up my list as y'all count down. So I'm just because I didn't put mine in order. But this one is incredible, and I hope I got the name right. I think I'm right though. It's Styles P.
Oh
It is
yeah,
Styles P.
yeah, from the Locks.
Okay, that ain't who I'm talking about.
What?
That's not who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Locks was Jada
I'm not
Kiss.
talking about him then. That's not who I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about the guy that made PSK, that made his beat was sampled by Case for the song that Touch Me, Feel Me.
Yep.
He made it, and the rhythm that he's doing is what the West Coast sound was built off, copying his style. And for some reason, I can't think of his name. I thought his name was Styles P. I think the name of the song was PSK. What was his damn name?
Oh,
I knew Styles P was gonna be in.
Schoolie D.
Schoolie D is his damn name.
Okay.
I want to write it in here right. That's who I'm talking about. Schoolie D. If you listen to that song, first of all, you'll notice the beat is the Case beat. And then you'll notice that the cadence that he's rapping in is exactly like Boys in the Hood is always hard.
Okay.
And they pull your car. No, I mean it's exactly the same. And the same for another song that was a big West Coast upstart song that's to put the West Coast on the map, but I'm not going to name the other song because that other song, that artist is also on my list. So I'm not going to name his, but his first major takeoff was using that exact same cadence as well.
Okay.
So yeah, Schoolie D for sure. Thanks for looking that up, Ways, because my stuff is too.
I got
for me to look it up myself.
I got you.
So, not Styles P.
My number 5. We gonna stay on the West Coast. I'm gonna go with AMG.
Okay.
Had one album that was banging and was played everywhere because we found it here in the Midwest and we just loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And then through AMG, we fell in love with DJ Quick.
But I was with Quick first, but I get it.
All right, so my number 5 has already been mentioned earlier in the show, but because I view the group as underrated, I did have to separate the two because one is clearly better than the other. My number 5 is Pimp C.
Which I'm going to say okay, but Houston is going to disagree.
Oh, the whole South is going to disagree. Houston, Atlanta.
Hey, forgotten, this dude is not forgotten in Houston. Trust
me. Right.
Trust me.
Right.
When any song that he's on plays in the club, they drop the music when his part come on for the whole crowd, because the whole crowd know all his damn lines. The whole crowd sing along with when his part come on, whatever song he's on, when any song he is playing.
You know,
they love Pimp C in the South.
I can see him as a forgotten producer because a lot of people don't know the shit that he produced.
But I'm gonna go with it. I'm not gonna hate because in other parts of the country, I don't see him getting the kind of love that he gets.
Oh, he did.
I was in Houston.
They did down by Chicago. UGK was big.
No, I didn't say did. I said do.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking forgotten.
Yeah.
So
right.
I don't see him getting the same love in other parts of the country that he got when I was in Houston. He is not forgotten down there.
He's royalty.
So they would disagree, but I'm going to agree because up here I see it. I'm think you're right on point.
Okay.
Numero 4.
Huh?
4.
Quattro. 4.
I say what I want to say.
I'm counting the opposite direction, so for me it's 7. I'm
speaking English. All right.
For me it's 7. Guru.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked Guru because he really, even though he wasn't the first to do it, he really made it more popular than the other artists that was doing it before him to really fuse hip hop and jazz when he did the jazz mataz because he advertised that it was jazz. And then you started noticing other groups that was also doing jazz. You know, Stetson Sonic had done it before as well with all that jazz, but they didn't really do a whole album of advertising that I'm fusing hip hop and jazz. And then he also fused a lot of popular jazz artists as well as historic jazz artists that were actually on the album with him. So that was a real contribution to hip hop, in my opinion, from Guru.
Mm.
Okay. My number 4, Naughty by Nature.
Ooh, wee.
It's one that, and the reason why I say this is not a forgotten group, but unsung hero, I'll say, is because they've been left off of every list that we've ever done.
I'm agree. I'm not thinking with that at all. I agree wholeheartedly because if you've ever seen them live, when you see them live, you just realize, damn, they got so many more hits that I remember.
Yeah.
Yep. Phenomenal. Yeah. No, I agree wholeheartedly.
And I 110% agree. My number 4 is another one of those heavy hitters that kind of got lost in the mix down the line, and that's Curtis Blow.
Ooh.
I feel so bad for leaving him off my list. He should be all of our number ones. You know what? Ways is forgiven.
He's forgiven for the first 2 mess ups. Ooh.
Ways is forgiven. Because that right there is a monster. Yeah, not the greatest rapper you want to hear, but impact, man. Oh, his impact.
To this day,
a guy that's no longer given the love. His impact is he's at the up at the Run DMC level of impact.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a huge one there. That's a great one.
So, Waze, did you have another question for us, or we're
yeah.
gonna go do 3, 2, and 1?
I'm high as hell. All right. So out of your picks, 4 to 10, right?
Yep.
Which of those rappers do you think would be more successful if they came out today than they did or than they were when they originally came out?
I think
I'm gonna go with Five Dog off my list.
I'm gonna go Juvenile.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see it as well.
I went with Five Dog off of my list.
For me, I think Bun B. That's really the only other one. Bismarck, he still had a little bit of an impact, especially with all these beatboxing tournaments you see nowadays. So his impact is still running and thriving. And there's no way to duplicate it. And the only other one is MC Light, but that's because we don't have a lyricist, a female lyricist right now that has that mainstream attention.
Bro, you need to go to the Smoke Session 612 page and listen to that song by Remy Ma and Rhapsody.
Okay. I'll take a look, but they're not really new school. But yeah, I'll still take a look.
But they're still putting out music though. That's obviously hidden because it's got a lot of views so far.
Okay.
All right.
Numero 3.
The aforementioned Schoolie D influence, and I said there was another song that copied his cadence, and he admittedly said that he copied the cadence. When he said it, I heard it and I was like, not just you, but so did NWA. 6 in the morning, at my door. Ice-T.
Ooh, that was another one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah. He's not the only one that stole from Ice-T.
No, Ice-T stole from Schoolie D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ice-T said that he stole the cadence for that song from Schoolie D's song PSK. He said, if you listen to it, it's the exact same cadence.
Well, Ice-T actually got a song stolen from him too. 99 Problems.
Yes, sure did.
So, but my number 3.
But Jay-Z, who did Jay-Z not steal from? Oh,
right. My number 3, I'm gonna go with Nappy Roots.
Okay.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Big up to my boys, Fish Scales, Chris Weeks.
And I love Nappy Roots.
Big up to my guys there.
My number 3 is Big Daddy Kane.
I'm actually gonna go with that one.
Okay.
I'm okay with that one. I'm okay with that one. Yeah, I'm okay with that one. Borderline, but I'm okay with it. Number 2.
Yep, number 2.
See, I finally figured it out, y'all. When it got down to 3, I was okay with counting that back because I can keep up with that. The Fat Boys.
Ooh.
Because even though Dougie Fresh was the original human beatbox, we didn't know that until he came out after the Fat Boys and proclaimed it, and it was also became a well-known fact. It came out to all of us that it's a well-known fact in New York that Dougie Fresh was the original human beatbox, but the original human beatbox the rest of us heard was Buff Love from the Fat Boys. He introduced it to the rest of us, and then later after them, that's when Dougie Fresh came on the scene and go, wait a minute, I'm the original human beatbox. Y'all just never heard me. and that turned out to be true and then it was also something we never noticed that Dougie Fresh was in the movie Beat Street when he was with the group, the Treacherous 3.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Ooh, see, that's the old school flavor for
y'all. I remember the first Fat Boys song. I bought a tape, and the reason I bought the tape was because it had the Fat Boys and it had the Chicago Bears on it. And also, hold on, because it had the Super Bowl Shuffle on there. So the main reason why I bought it was because of the Super Bowl Shuffle. But it was also the first time that I heard Lottie Dottie. It was the first rap tape I ever bought. So the reason I bought it was the Super Bowl Shuffle and then the Fat Boys. But that Lottie Dottie song hooked me forever.
Oh,
the first time I heard the Fat Boys, their song wasn't out yet, and they were opening up for the Fresh Fest, the first rap tour. And they were opening up. We had never heard of them. Their record wasn't out yet. And this fat motherfucker came out there. We were blown when I tell you that when blew us out the box. This nigga making the drum sounds with his mouth. And oh my God. And then after that, then they came with stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em, stick 'em, ha ha ha. Yeah, and that was, and that was that. I remember now. Of course, my favorite memory of the Fat Boys was when I battled them on the radio and won. But that's a different story. That's a different story for another day.
Maybe that's why they're forgotten heroes.
I wiped them out.
Big Ed, you're number 2.
My number 2, I'm gonna go with Crucial Conflict.
Okay,
that's a good one. Very good, very good one. Your list ain't bad, Big Ed.
Oh man, I know it's a good one. And this was all off the top of my head. I didn't do no Google for this or nothing.
You did a good job. But Way's list, on the other hand.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is. This one's 50-50 with you two. But it is, to me, another forgotten hero, and that would be Slick Rick.
No, you on point with that one. I think you on point with that one. Yeah, I think you're on point with that one. We all know the one song, but I don't think people. Yeah, no,
But
you're on point with that.
he's been on every list that we've come out with.
That's ours. That is not a.
I've never put him on any of my lists.
Well,
I've had him
he's
on one
been
or two.
shameless plug. He's been on the list that we've done on the smoke session. He was on the storytellers list. He was on the top 50 lyricists.
Okay.
So I'm just saying I don't think he's forgotten.
There were some people we never heard of on those lists too. So
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, they don't, just because they were on those lists, don't mean
That was their way of
in general
redeeming
they're
themselves.
not like getting all the love they deserve. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
no. I'm going to go with you on that one because it doesn't mean that we forgot who they are.
All right.
I mean, there's just
They just don't get as much play as they should.
They're not looked at as for the impact that they really provided to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Which brings me another honorable mention. Go ahead, me. It's on me.
Yeah, it's you, number one.
The DOC.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Made one of the hottest albums in that era, and then had the accident and lost his voice. Did a lot of writing for NWA after that.
And Death Row.
NWA was, yeah, I guess that's one of the say he was with Dre. I'll put it that way. He was kind of with Dre. So a lot of for Death Row and NWA, that whole little crew, as well as if it wasn't for him having that accident and crushing his larynx, or another reason why there probably never would have been a Snoop Dogg.
Mm.
The only reason Dre was looking for another artist was because he had lost to DOC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another old school moment.
Great.
My number one should have been the biggest person on Puffy's label, on Bad Boy. He actually helped put Biggie on, because Biggie didn't get big until after he did Flavor in Your Ear with Craig Mack.
Okay. My number one is more personal. This is a group that kind of helped me realize it's okay to be black man out of the box, out of the social norms of the community I grew up in, and that's Arrested Development.
I actually love that one. That's actually a really, 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 really great one. That is a very good one. I'm with you there. I like it.
Yeah, I'm down with that one.
Good one, Waze. Waze, you hit a couple of big ones there.
Yeah, my final four was more like, granted, they're obviously out of my era, but I have good parents who made sure I was introduced to good music, especially my pops. So Curtis Blow, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, man, that was what I grew up hearing. Besides Biggie.
Okay. No, I'm with that. I'm with that. Honorable mentions. I have two. One is Houdini because of Waze.
You're welcome. I'm not even going to apologize. You're welcome.
Yeah. One is Houdini because for Waze to Waze is the reason I know that they're forgotten. Yeah. I would never even think of them as being a forgotten hero if I didn't realize Waze didn't know who Houdini was and appreciated their contributions to hip hop. I mean, they were on the very first hip hop tour. They co-headlined with Run DMC, the first hip hop tour. So their impact is unquestionably enormous. I mean, they're enormous. Another is Dana Dane.
Oh, yeah. Damn, how did I forget Dana Dane?
That's my two honorable mentions.
My two honorable mentions are gonna be Tila and Psychodrama.
Okay.
Psychodrama because they really started Chicago hip hop, along with Crucial Conflict and Do or Die, and it was just a tough, gritty style that they had to them. And then Tila because that's damn near like Pimp C when he first started. They sounded alike to me.
Okay. I've got 8 honorable mentions.
Damn.
And I'm kind of shocked the majority of these haven't even made your honorable mentions. This one I can understand. 3 6 Mafia. And that's more of an impact on closer to today's music. Cool G Rap,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Heavy D,
I actually thought Heavy D, but I just don't consider him forgotten.
fair. Q-Tip,
Another, I don't consider him forgotten.
Raekwon from Wu-Tang,
I don't consider him forgotten. This dude is
Ghostface Killer.
he's on a TV commercial.
Yeah, every time I look up, he's on the TV.
That's a good point.
Ghostface just put out an album.
Wait. Why are you just telling us this?
Because I just found out about it.
Okay. Raw Digger.
I can see that one.
Yeah, me too.
I can go with that one.
And shamefully, I will admit, I replaced her as my number 6 with MC Light. It was originally going to be Raw Digger. And then this final honorable mention has a huge impact on today's music, but these little shits have no idea about it. And that is 2 Live Crew.
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with that. Because Luke really, I don't think the people today understands the impact that Luke had on the industry.
Right.
He took it to court. He took the damn first lady. He took on the government. I mean, government, it was the government against Luke, really.
He's the reason why there's an explicit label, an explicit lyrics label.
He sure is. So, yeah, I agree. And it was funny. I don't know if y'all probably wasn't old enough to remember any of the clips from court, but there was a scene in the court when they were in court where he was saying it's art, and they were saying it's not art, and they vulgar and blah blah blah, and he started reading some of his lyrics. He started reading some of the lyrics in court, and the people in the courtroom were in tears laughing. Everybody's busting out laughing, and he's saying, "And you saying it's not art?" And I was like, "Oh, it backfired like a motherfucker." That shit backfired like a motherfucker. And you saying it's not entertaining? Is people not here entertained? And I was like, damn. If he was doing do I did it, do I did it, do, and the guy was reading off the lyrics that he put in there, man, and people in the courtroom were dying laughing, and they was like, and that's not entertainment? That's not entertaining? I mean, that's art.
Right.
And that was like, boom, that shit backfired. You shouldn't have did that. So, yeah, that's what I remember about that case more than anything. That was like the only part of it that I got to see, and it was funny. It was real funny.
You know, when you brought up his court case, it brought up another artist that's kind of forgotten now, but shouldn't be. But it's because he retired on his own and decided to go on a spiritual and philosophical path. David Banner.
Anyway, Ways.
Hey, all I got left for y'all is to let you know what we got going on next week.
Uh-huh.
And this is gonna be another fun one. Might take a little homework, more than likely will not. We will be going over our top 10 debut albums of all time in any genre.
Oh. Debut albums of any drama, any genre. I said drama. Oh wow. Okay. All right. I'm about to make my list right the fuck now. No, but okay, that's good. That's great. I love this. I love this one right here, Waze. This one is probably right up my alley. Okay, so let's do that then. Debut albums of any genre next week. It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. On behalf of the Nasty Boys, Waze and Big Ed, this has been the WayzVerse. We want to thank you guys for joining us. If you like what you see, then like what you see. Please join the network. This is the What Up Though Show Network. Please subscribe to the network. We have a lot of great shows for you, including the Off Season, the Smoke Session 612, and of course the What Up Though Show. And also we got some shows coming up in the season. We got more shows coming. We got some more shit coming. But so we hope y'all enjoy it, man. If y'all enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Comment. Let us know what you think about the list, and let us know what we left off the list. Anybody that you think should have been there. Anybody that was on Wade's list that don't belong, tell him all about it. We want to hear it. We want to hear it. All right. So thank y'all for joining us, man. We out of here until next time. This is the WayzVerse. Peace.
Peace.
Adios, amigo.